Welcome back to another Vegan Made Easy video. I did the first of this series, I think last month, on burgers, so you can check that video out up here. But I want to basically share recipes to make veganism a lot easier, because when you come to veganism you think, oh my gosh, how am I going to eat the food that I love? And it can seem a bit overwhelming. And I think one of those things that can be a bit weird to people who aren't vegan or people who are new to veganism is tofu. Tofu, I think, is very misunderstood. You can eat really bad tofu sometimes and it can be weird in texture and taste, and I want to share 5 recipes that make tofu absolutely delicious, and it's so versatile, so I really want to give a homage to tofu in this video. So just quickly, if you have absolutely no idea the types of tofu you can get or what tofu even is, it's made from soybeans and you can get varying kind of softness of tofu. So I'm going to be using silken tofu in this video and also extra firm tofu. So silken tofu is really soft tofu. It's really high in water content and it has a kind of custardy texture. It falls apart. It makes a great addition to desserts or smoothies, and that's typically what I would use silken tofu for. The other type of tofu I regularly use and that is available typically in shops near me in the UK is extra firm tofu or super firm tofu. Typically the tofu that you're going to find is in a plastic box sitting in some water. The Cauldron brand is a really common one that you'll see in the UK, and that's a good versatile one to get. All that it means when it says extra firm is that that is just the amount of water content in there. So you can get soft tofu, but I haven't seen it here in the UK really, or I don't think it's that easily available. Maybe in some Asian supermarkets. When we were in Southeast Asia, there was like whole fridges dedicated to tofu, which was absolutely amazing, but not here in the UK. We're kind of a little bit more limited. So I tend to just go for the standard extra firm tofu or the super firm tofu if I can find it. There are also marinated tofu that you can get, which is also absolutely delicious. So definitely buy that if you see any sort of pesto or marinated or smoked tofu. Also, people get confused about pressing tofu. I'm going to show you how in this video how I press tofu and what I use to press tofu. And you don't even need to if you don't want to. So all it does is it takes out some of the water content, so it makes it firmer, so it makes it kind of more meaty in texture, and it depends on the type of tofu you buy. So the Cauldron brand that I was talking about earlier, that one I usually do press if I'm going to be making kind of tofu pieces, but I won't bother pressing it if I'm making it into a scramble, which you will see. So without further ado and any more blabbing about tofu, I've said tofu 101 times, let's get into the recipes. Pressed overnight because I wanted to show you how you can press tofu to make how you can press tofu to make it become firmer. So if you saw this tofu yesterday, now it's obviously a lot more solid. So it's a lot harder, there's not any water in there, well there's some water but there's not as much water, and it's been nicely branded. Oh yes, people always ask me where I get this from. It's a brand called Tofu, not sponsored. Alex bought this maybe 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I'll link it below because it's a great device to save using paper towels and having, you know, big piles of pans and stuff. I've done that so many times and I've smashed bowls, piling them up and putting cookbooks and stuff to press tofu. So this is a great option. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know about that.
It's been so long since I had time to think about it. Some say it's wrong to spend all your time on one moment of joy. Cause when you're beside me, I know we make it
the sauce because I want to save this for towards the end. If I put it in now, it will kind of just disappear. So when the tofu's like nearly done, I'll pour this over so it will get that nice like sticky and saucy texture. One of the key things as well when it comes to cooking tofu is a non-stick pan. People always ask me where I got this pan from. I got it from Sainsbury's, but it works with any non-stick pan because if you use a pan that isn't non-stick, the tofu will get stuck to the base of the pan no matter how much oil you use, and this just makes your life a lot easier and it makes it cook faster, taste better, so invest in one.
It's like they hate to find, yeah, the disregarded is all they want when time goes by.
So sticky, it's sticking to the
Non-stick pan.
no, to the thingy.
Wasting another day. 'Cause when you're beside me, I know we made.
So this is the most common way that we eat tofu. I do have other recipes on my channel which I'll link below because I wanted to do this slightly differently. I don't want to recreate the same thing. So I decided to make some sticky sort of sauce, but I usually have it with rice and broccoli or rice and some kind of vegetable. Let's give one a try. It's so good. Like, this is why I love tofu so much, and it's a shame that more people haven't tried this kind of tofu because honestly this will convert you, because if you use extra firm tofu and you've marinated it, it will taste really good inside, and then on the outside the sticky sauce. Give this a go. Give all these recipes a go because they are the bomb.
Balancing on a weary line, too scared to trust you and jump down. I'll keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody come near.
So when I make tofu scramble, I don't see the point in pressing the tofu because it doesn't need to be firm. It kind of just needs to crumble and it doesn't need to retain its shape. And all you need to do is just crumble it in your hands and put it in the pan. Ta-da!
And I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard to let go. I know I'll meet you down the line. You'll ask why I wasted my time, and I'll say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scared, afraid of the blame.
That's really good. Really, really nice. You wouldn't put beans in tofu scramble normally, would you?
No.
So it's kind of like brunchy food.
I think it's a great thing to feed to your friends if they don't say they don't like tofu.
Yeah.
Because
it doesn't taste of tofu.
Yeah. That's the thing, tofu can be flavoured how you want.
Really good.
So I've just got back from the gym and I want to show you how you can use tofu in a smoothie to add some extra protein, because I know everyone's worried about getting protein on a vegan diet. This is a great way to do it. It makes the smoothie really creamy as well. So I'm going to bung this in and make a delicious post-workout snack or breakfast. So like thick and creamy. like the texture. So this would work really well as a smoothie bowl. Mmm. Oh, so nice. It literally tastes like blueberry yogurt.
Very thick.
Yeah.
It does taste like yogurt.
It's been a while since I made it, so I forgot how yogurty it is. Yum.
Staying under blue skies. Next year in the winter, let's give it a try. I'll keep on dreaming out loud tonight. Winter's dawning, and I can't seem to adapt. And somebody told me that you felt the same way since we went. Why won't you give me a call? We'll ride on those waves again. And I can wait through a storm, 'cause without you it wouldn't.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to first dip the tofu into the corn flour mix and then dip it into the breadcrumbs and then put it in the pan. Well, we'll do that once all of them are done, but meanwhile I'm going to put some vegetable oil in here and heat this up while I'm doing all the breadcrumbs and stuff.
Last night I was dreaming out loud. California sun was making my eyes dry. Next year in the winter, let's give it a try. I'll keep on dreaming out loud tonight. Summer's over, and you still haven't called me back. We're just getting older. Soon enough, it'll be too late to act. Let's do it again. Let's ride on their waves of gold. California sunrise. I'll wait for your call, 'cause I wouldn't go on my own.
We've done this once before a long time ago, haven't we?
Very long time ago.
It tastes so good. I think this is a really good thing, again, like all of them, a great thing to serve to your friends at a party, because they're nice finger food, and it feels like non-vegan food, so people wouldn't be like, oh, what's this? It kind of feels like food that you're familiar with, because most of the flavouring when it comes to deep fried chicken or chicken nuggets is the breadcrumbs, the spices, everything. If you want these to be spicy, you could either dip them in hot sauce or you could put some cayenne pepper in the seasoning, in the breadcrumb mixture. But wow, these are good.
Since we went, why won't you give me?
Oh wow. So convincing.
Yeah,
That's really weird.
yeah.
More. Can I have more?
Of course you can have more. We've
I
got
have
plenty.
3 in 1.
No.
Kids, we got everything we wanted. And on the other side of town, Jenny was trying to thrive. Spoiled kids, we never really thought about it. And she was wearing those broken shoes that we just thought she liked. Oh yeah, if you would hear me out now that
I've created a masterpiece. It's so moussey, the texture.
spoiled kids, we never had enough to conquer, and we fed up pursuit while Jenny tried to survive.
So I hope that video was helpful and you now understand tofu a little bit better. And if you are new to veganism or vegetarianism, then you can go out, get some tofu, cook it up, and it's going to taste really good. And you can also share this with friends and family who aren't vegan and show them that this meat alternative actually tastes amazing if you cook it properly and you use it in the right way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Again, share your pictures with me if you recreate any of these recipes, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
And action.
So, go for it, mate.